crazy thing about English is there's so much range. So if you want to go from speaking in a way that feels like you get stuck and you freeze, and you want to start speaking in a way that feels more natural, then you need to develop more range in your English. These 10 phrases that I'm going to share with you, they all mean the same thing, but the difference is in the nuance, it's in the tone, it's in the attitude. So they fit different situations in different ways. So let's take a look. The first one is, I'm just finding my feet. So in a more standard way, we would just say, I'm just starting to get more comfortable, or I'm just adapting, or I'm just getting used to it. So we use this in a context where maybe we're starting a new job, or maybe we've just started a new course at university, or maybe we've just tried something new and someone asks us, oh, how's it going? Like, how are you feeling in the new country that you moved to? You say, yeah, I'm still just finding my feet. So this kind of means that you're settling in, you're just getting used to it, and you're just starting to learn about it and starting to adapt to your surroundings and your new routine. This next one is probably one of the more common ones that you know, which is, I'm still figuring things out. So to figure out is a phrasal verb. This just is a way for us to say that we're still trying to understand, we're trying to get comfortable, we're trying to realize like what our routine's going to look like, and to get to develop a sense of confidence over what we're going to experience. So to say I'm still figuring things out, you can say this about relationship, you can say this about work, you can say this about your career, your major, your degree, and a sport, an activity. Like, it's very versatile in the way that we can actually use this expression. So I'm still figuring this out, or I need to figure this out. So it could be something more short term, but typically it's something maybe more long term. So I'm still figuring out how to deal with this problem X, like problem X, problem Y. You're figuring it out. We're always figuring things out in English. Like, have you figured it out yet? No, I'm still figuring it out. Another way we can say this is, I'm just learning the ropes. Okay, so what you'll notice with a lot of the different phrases here today is the noun will be different for a lot of the sentences. So notice that we've learned feet, just finding my feet, and ropes, I'm just learning the ropes. The meaning is the same. So the ropes comes from the idea of like you're in a boxing ring, and when people would fight or they would box, you're learning like that new environment that you're in. So in English we can say, I'm just learning the ropes. It means that you're just figuring things out and you're just trying to get used to the new routine. The next one is, I'm still getting the hang of it. But I think it'll be best to look at this one in context. I'm still getting the hang of how to use that new AI tool.
What?
Getting the hang.
What does that mean?
It's getting the hang of something. So it just means to get used to it and to become more familiar with it. The next one we can use is, I'm still getting to grips with it. So remember from the first one, I said that the noun is going to change in the expression. Okay, so we've used feet, we've used ropes, and now we're talking about grips. Okay, so when you grip something, we use the verb to grip, but then we also, grip is also something that you can wear like a glove. These can be referred to as grips as well. So when we say getting to grips, it's like getting a handle on something, like being able to comfortably control something. So getting to grips with it, this is also a nice expression that we can use. So finding your feet, learning the ropes, getting to grips with it, these all mean the same thing, but it's really interesting to notice the range that we have in English that shows you all of the different, more native ways that we will express things. Because remember that when English people are speaking, they like to communicate in idiomatic ways because it's more interesting and more fun. We also speak using the standard way as well, but we kind of mix them together. And this is what sometimes causes confusion when you're learning the language. So maybe you're in the office and you're listening to clients, or you go on a Zoom call and you're speaking with your international clients, and you just start to realize like, wow, like, what are these guys talking about? And sometimes you just miss like certain terms because maybe you're not familiar with some of these expressions. Another way we can say it is, I'm still just finding my way. So the meaning is the same, the context is the same. It's just another way for us to express that we're getting used to something, we're starting to get comfortable, and we're slowly adapting to the new environment, the new experience, or the new stimulus. Another one that we have is, I'm still getting up to speed, but I think this is best learned in some context. So I'm still getting up to speed with the new workflow.
What?
Up to speed.
What does that mean?
So getting up to speed, it just means that you're trying to develop your knowledge and you're just trying to be informed and trying to understand it a bit more. Another one we can use is I'm still settling in. So this is actually a really common way that we will ask someone if they have a new experience, they go somewhere new. We say, how are you settling in? Especially if someone moves to a new apartment or new country, or they start at new university. Like there's some experience that is quite long that they are doing, and we will say, how are you settling in? And you will answer that with, yeah, I'm still just settling in, or you can say I'm settling in well, or I'm not really settling in a negative sense. Okay, so to settle again, it is this feeling of becoming familiar with your surroundings, familiar with your environment, familiar with the people around you. Okay, so I'm getting familiar with it. We can say it like that, and we can also say I'm settling in, I'm just settling in. So the next one is I'm still getting my bearings. This is probably one of my favorite ones. So when we use bearings, again, notice the difference in the noun. So we've had feet, we've had rope, we've had grips. Now we have bearings, and bearing is about the orientation around you, like what is positioned around you. So when we say getting my bearings, like when we have a compass, what you see on the compass, what they are, the mechanics are bearings. So when we get to know our bearings, it means I'm trying to understand and know where everything is. So I'm getting my bearings. I still haven't got my bearings. This refers to knowing what you're doing, getting the hang of something. Again, this is another one, hang. It's crazy, the range in English. It really is. Like, as I'm even like doing this video and I'm explaining this all to you, I'm thinking in my mind, like, wow, there's a lot of range. It's over 10 different phrases that mean the same thing, and it's difficult, I think, for learners, because you're just expected to be able to say all of these things and know them all. It's really, really tough, and it just takes time, and it really requires a lot of context. Everything must be learned with context, and you then also need to attach the context to the emotion, to the tone, and then this is how you're developing more of your range in English. And the last one that we have is I'm still finding my rhythm, and I think this one will also be best shared in context. I'm still trying to find my rhythm with this new work schedule.
What?
Find my rhythm.
What does that mean?
So finding your rhythm with something, it just means to become accustomed to it and to become more familiar with your routine. There we have it, guys. 10 phrases to help you to sound more natural in English. When you use these phrases, I would really recommend just putting them into your active vocabulary. So speaking with a coach, speaking with your clients, speaking in the environment where you're going to be using them. This is the best way to practice. Okay, if you are looking to improve your English skills, you can go to Vallo. That's VALLHO. So Vallo is an English coaching program and platform that's gonna, one, give you access to coaches from the US and the UK. You're gonna receive a personalized learning plan that's gonna target your business, the topics that you want to speak about, and also being able to speak in your life, in being able to connect with colleagues, and being able to use English in every way that you need to. So if you're looking to improve your English and you want to level up, then you can head to Vallo. That's VALLHO, vallo.com. I hope you enjoyed this today, guys. So that's 10 phrases that you can use with your colleagues, and I will see you all on the next one.